I do look forward to one day, again, shooting for fun.
Lady.
I know what you're saying. You're like, what? Did he just say he looks forward to shooting for fun? Nothing fancy. You have the funnest job in the world. Reviewing all this cool stuff. Come on, man. It's Biden. Come on, man. No, it's not fun. Out in the desert for 10 hours, going through like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guns, each needing its own phase of shooting. Steel, accuracy testing, dealing with breakdowns. No, it's work, dude. It's work. I enjoy it, but it's still work. No, I'm talking about just going out and shooting for fun. It's what you guys do, I think. Go out and shoot for fun. You choose a gun you want to shoot. You shoot how you want to shoot. You don't really have any particular goals for the day other than practice and getting better. Now, if that's the case and you say, hey, nothing fancy, you can go out for 4 hours, shoot in the desert for fun, I would probably choose a revolver. What? Yeah, revolver shooting is fun, dudes. I love revolver shooting. I've always said that. The problem is, if you shoot center fire, you're going to go broke. Now, maybe you reload. But then again, if you do, you may not be able to find components now. Primers, cases, bullets. I'm hearing all that stuff is in short supply. So, don't know if that's the solution, bro. Yeah, center fire, expensive. You know where I'm going with this. So, if we want to shoot a revolver, we don't want to go broke. We want to have fun. Maybe we need to go with a .22 revolver, of which I have reviewed before, and I'm going to show you it as a competitive option. I wonder if you TMPers who've been here for a long time know which one it would be. But here we're going to talk about the Charter Arms Lavender Lady. Lavender Lady. A super fun gun. This is model number 52242. Good luck finding it. It's going to be hard to find. Yep, the Lavender Lady. I didn't write a weight down on this. Let me weigh it real quick, right here. Will I do it on camera? Yeah, I'll do it on camera. Sorry, plane. Got to move you out of the way, bro. So, the weight really isn't an issue with this unless you plan on backpacking with it, and I don't think you guys will. We're looking at 21 ounces, basically 20.6 ounces for this variation. They have another one in the Charter Arms lineup. It's called the Pathfinder. It is a 6-shot. And it's model number 796134. This, my friends, is an 8-shot, which makes it more awesome. You saw the case it comes in already, right? Right up in here. There you go. This is what comes in it, apparently. Some lame trigger lock. And that's it. I don't need no trigger lock, by the way. Made necessary by some rules and regulations in certain states. No, if I want to have a good time, I'm shooting with a buddy, Sean, Jardine, revolvers. And I can shoot this a lot more than I can shoot centerfire. I was going to say all day, but even .22 long rifle is not exactly cheap anymore. And that's if you can find it. Its availability goes up, goes down. Lately it's been pretty good. I'm seeing it come back on the shelf, but man, there's a long time when it was very, very scarce. Very scarce. Philosophy of use on the Charter Arms 8-shot .22 revolver, whatever version you're going to get. And actually, let's just say 6-shot too. I can represent that too in this review. I would say recreational, just like I'm representing. You want to go out, you want to practice your revolver techniques. Perfect. Recreational, having a good time. Target practice, learning how to use that double action trigger better, and it could translate over to your center fire revolver. 38 Special, 357 Magnum, maybe 44 Magnum. Which, by the way, we just shot in Red Skies 22. Funny, I brought the 629s at it, the Scandium frame 44 Mag, of which I purchased. And dudes, both Jardine and Sean the TMP are just like, their eyes are rolling. They're like, oh, please no. I was like, come on, you wussies. That was fun shooting, by the way. Oh my gosh, I love that gun. I could shoot that gun.
Just go back to singing.
Not all day, but I could shoot it easily for an hour if I had the ammo. Super fun, but massively expensive. And doing the double action trigger pull is its own skill set. So you want to be able to isolate your grip and your trigger pull. That's what you want to do. And it takes practice, right? I'll dry fire this one time right here. So you just want to be able to stay on sight, stay on target, and release. So this is a good gun to do it with. Now I'm going to say here, we'll jump ahead, the double action trigger pull on this is stout at 12.5 pounds. The single action is way more better, 3 pounds, 11 ounces. That should be the last. Hit it.
Never even tried single action.
But you could fan it too, single action style, and do that as well. But revolver shooting is its own animal. It takes practice. That's my point. You need to practice up. Practice up, boys and girls. Great gun to do that. How about hunting pests? How about yes? Now I'm talking like, things that are bothering you on your rural property. Just little critters are digging holes and, making traps for your cattle, your livestock. This might be a good gun to strap on and just go through the day. And then if you see said critter, by the way, I don't like killing things unless they are truly a problem. Let me just throw that in there as a PSA, a public service announcement. Please don't kill things unless you don't have another option. If you can relocate them, do so. But if you can't, you can't. I would prefer 22 Magnum myself. I think it's a way better cartridge for doing that, but 22 long rifle within, I'd say 25 yards should be fine. And by the way, I have dispatched critters like that before. I think it was with a Ruger 22 auto pistol. Yeah, I raised my boys doing it so they would know how to kill things. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Can't believe I did that. Defensive use? No, I wouldn't. Not this one. 22 long rifle is like the worst choice ever. Yeah, guys do it, but no thank you. Bug out kit gun? No, I'm sorry, it's too heavy. I just showed you the weight, 21 ounces. That's too heavy. The good side, I guess, you don't have any magazines, so it's just self-contained. All you have is an 8-shot cylinder to load up. Competition. I guess I should have looked, but are there revolver competitions? Probably. I don't know. On we go to features. Full underlug barrel. That's pretty cool. Notice, by the way, this is a fully machined stainless steel gun. Well, at least this portion right here. Notice there's no barrel insert. That is a truly awesome thing. Well done, Charter Arms. And I'm saying this because oftentimes, especially with 22s, they'll come with a shroud, and then they just put a stainless steel liner in that shroud. So they might use pot metal for the barrel, so-called barrel, and then the shroud, and there's a liner in it. That's not this gun. This is 100% machined barrel. You can see it, full underlug, very nice. Locks in the back only. That's a little bit sad to me. And what I'm talking about, so here's your cylinder lock. It's going to lock in the back, but there's no lock in the front. So, well, there is some movement of the cylinder. See this? There is some movement. Should it be tighter? Well, I'm going to show you a competitive option, and we'll see how it gets things done. Let's check this, by the way. The precision of the crane. Oh, dude, there's no movement there at all. Look at that. It's tight. I'm talking about trying to move this back and forth. I found ejecting the shells was good. I'm trying to remember if I had any, get caught under the star extractor. I think I did. One or two, they just popped out underneath and I had to like fish them out. But mostly if I turn this vertical, there it is coming misaligned there a little bit. If I turned it vertical and I would give it a smart smack like that, the shells would pop out. Yeah. 8-shot also. I love the 8-shot. I love it. That is so excellent. You don't need a lot of chamber thickness. I'm sorry, cylinder thickness with a 22 long rifle. So that's more than adequate. 8-shot is so fun. I'm looking at the gun too quality-wise, and I think it's pretty good. It's better than I thought it would be. So I checked this out from Gunny's, a great American gun store. Thank you to Wyatt. Checked it out from him, and I was like, wow, this probably isn't going to be that good. I took it out of box, like, I'm impressed. And yeah, I do like the purple on it. The purple element is fantastic. I think it's good looking. Anodized. It looks fantastic, actually. Top strap, adequately thick for a 22 long rifle. There's no provision for adding a scope. With this gun, I don't really care. I'm sorry, I don't really care. I don't need a scope on this gun. The sights, fully adjustable, windage and elevation. I have covered that front sight with fluorescent fingernail polish, which in the field got all scratched up. Yeah, not perfect. I'll just do it again. But with that fluorescent front blade, oh my gosh, pure black sight in the back. Very nice presentation. Loved it so much. It reminds me of a Smith & Wesson sight, really. By the way, this 4.2 inch barrel is perfect for me. I just love that size barrel in this particular philosophy of use 22 long rifle. It's perfect. Awesome. Here's your hammer. Some serrating going on there. A memmed part. Transfer bar coming up there. Standard modern revolver safety item. And then we have the cylinder release. Push forward right here. It's just perfect. The cylinder release is perfect. So it's nothing funky. It's very ergonomic. Works perfectly. Let's take a look at this side right here. Revolvers are so easy to review. There's really not that many parts to them. Trigger guard, I think, is adequate. I kind of wish it was enlarged here on the bottom for glove use. It worked okay. I love the grips on this. Their grips are fantastic. So I guess they're rubber, but they don't seem that grabby to me. And they're checkered. They remind me of some really high quality Pachmayr grips. And who knows, maybe Pachmayr puts these together for Charter Arms. Notice that it covers the back strap bottom, so you're fully enclosed in that comfortable rubber. How do they fit my large size hands? They are somewhat smallish, but I didn't really notice it. I thought they were pretty comfortable, actually. You know, I mentioned the 22 mag version. They actually have a 6-shot version. It is model number 72342, 6-shot Charter Arms 22 Magnum. That might be a better Pest gun. Now, their website, by the way, Charter Arms, is not great. It's very basic. They really need to update it. I just get the vibe they're not making a lot of money. So I'll just mention it. It's just not great. The reason I say this is because I really wanted for testing some HKS speed loaders. And on their website, they show the speed loaders, but they don't really indicate whether it's for their 6-shot versions or their 8-shot versions. I did go to the HKS website also. I didn't find any information that would help me there at all either. So I was tempted to buy some speed loaders off Charter Arms website, and I didn't do it because I was like, I'm not sure if they're going to be 8-shot. I'm thinking they're 6-shot 22 long rifle ones. Yeah, I think there are some snub versions of this too. 2-inch 6-shot. I think model number 52330 is a 6-shot snub version. Again, I would prefer the longer barrel, the longer sight radius, because we're going to use this for recreation, punching holes in cans, maybe shooting paper, practicing our revolver basics. Good looking gun though, especially with the bead blasted stainless steel and anodized purple. It's just really cool. So how did this sucker shoot, nothing fancy? The 8-shot 22 long rifle revolver by Charter Arms. This one called, again, the Lavender Lady. model number 52242 with a lifetime warranty, made proudly in America. How did it shoot? I will say that it withstood the curse of the desert quite well, which is saying something, right? How many failures have we seen here in the project with guns breaking down, jamming, having all kinds of weird problems that apparently none of the other reviewers ever experience? True statement, by the way. I mean, I reveal stuff in guns that no one else can reveal. I don't know why that is. It just is. The Lavender Lady was 100% in reliability. The only thing I would say is that, again, occasionally I think one of the casings would get stuck under the extractor. I think it was rare. And I need to lube this up. See how that's kind of offset and it's not resetting sometimes? It's because I haven't lubed this at all. In fact, I don't think I put any lube on it at all. But as far as ignition, no ignition failures of any kind, 100%. Of course, it is a revolver. That's a pretty simple thing, right? The timing seemed good on it. Didn't see any mistiming of the cylinder. That was great. Now, accuracy-wise, I wasn't great with it initially. Yeah, I wasn't good. I was a little bit disappointed. I was like, what is going on with this? This is 8 yards in the desert. That group gets a down arrow. That's for me. That one gets a squiggly mark. This one is horrible. Horrible. Yeah, that might be a bullet hole there. Yeah, that'd be even a worse group. Another bad group. I think these are all double action. I forget. That one actually shouldn't have got a squiggly. That's one's not too bad. I said accuracy, down arrow. Lockup, down arrow. That's a little bit harsh, nothing fancy. I am harsh out there. I mean, if something sucks, I'll tell you. But I went to the interwebs and I looked up the American Rifleman review. I trust their reviews. It's by NRA, of course. Join the NRA. I'll put a link below. Yes, I know it's flawed. So what? We have one NRA. They are the only ones that have any clout in politics. GOA, not so much. And by the way, I'm life members of both. And actually, patron or whatever they call it, members of both. I've gone all the way up to top tiers. I support both organizations. The American Rifleman review on this says they were getting 1-inch groups at 25 yards. That's pretty good. Now, was it this exact model? I don't think so. It was just a Charter Arms 22 revolver. I think it still had the same barrel length on it. About a 4.2 inch barrel length. So, I said, well, back to the drawing board. Suck less, nothing fancy. I went out there, 7 yards, windy, again in the damn desert. That's where I always end up, it seems like. And I did much better. Much better. So I really concentrated on the fundamentals. I think these are single action at 7 yards with a Lavender Lady. Nice group there. Really nice group there. Good groups there. That one got an exclamation point. So there's 2 groups. That one's not bad. That one's outstanding. Charter Arms 22 revolver. There you go, dude. There you go, dude. Nice. Windy. So it redeemed itself. Another group right here. Oh, what was I shooting there? I think it was just some inexpensive, well, relatively inexpensive Browning Hollow Point 22 ammo is what I was shooting there. So it wasn't a special ammo at all. I will say that it is very accurate. That my down arrow was wrong. That was me. It was that day. And I just had to get better and suck less. Once I started sucking less, the Lavender Lady was excellent. And that brings us to the point of, would I buy one? The answer is yes, I would. I would buy probably any flavor of Charter Arms 22 long rifle, knowing what I know now from this one. And I have mentioned some other model numbers. The Pathfinder Light, that might be good for backpacking. 796134, model number 72342. That's a 22 Magnum. The snub version, 6-shot 52330. I hope you guys can hook into an 8-shot because it's more shooting and less reloading. And that brings us to competitive options. Have you remembered which one I reviewed a long time ago, also with a 4-inch barrel? I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't. And it has been a cast member all these years because I bought it from that review. Here comes the beautiful, beautiful standard setting, at least for 22 revolvers, Smith & Wesson 10-shot Model 617. Round of applause. Yeah, this gun is outstanding. Outstanding. I bought it for review. That's before I had any associated gun stores. I had to purchase everything or find it for loan. I purchased this for that review so many years ago, and I'm glad I did. This is a standard setting 22 revolver. 10 shot, bro. And I do have reloaders for this. Yeah, I got speed loaders for it. And it is used in steel challenges, I do believe, the 617. Look at the quality on this sucker. Fantastic. Go watch my review. Yeah, it's like a decade old, but everything I said in it still plays. This is super high quality, super expensive, over twice the price of this one. Accurate, fun to shoot, 10 shot. Oh my goodness, can you even find it anymore? The 617 is very hard to find. I've looked in gun stores, just thinking, is a 617 around? Do you guys have one? They're like, no, we haven't seen one of those for a long time. Long time. Here's the paper I produced on the Smith & Wesson 617, and this is, I think, just recently. Look at this, single action. This is at 10 yards. Dude! Smith & Wesson 617, single action. Oh my goodness. Double action. First time I'd shot it in a while, so I'm rusty. Another great group, not outlined right here. Good group. Squiggly mark on this group, even though it is at 10 yards. Trigger, totally excellent. Using the speed loaders. You'll see the overlay video. Oh my gosh. Between these two, which would I buy? Well, I'm sorry, but the 617 is its own creature. It's a slam dunk recommend. If you can afford it, get a 617. That's if you can find it. But it does all the philosophies of use I discussed previously: recreational, training, pest dispatching. It's a fantastic gun. Really phenomenal. I'm so glad, so lucky to have one in the inventory, the Model 617 by Smith & Wesson. But I don't mean to take any thunder away from this one. This, for what it is, the price, dude, it shoots almost as accurately as a 617. It's 8 shot, almost as much. It's smaller. It's going to be an easier gun for, I don't know, women to shoot, people of small stature to shoot. This one's a big mamma jamma, dude. It's heavy, too. I won't weigh it. Who cares? You can go watch my review. It's heavy. This is meant to mimic the 357. Yeah, the 626. It's meant to mimic that. Yeah, recommended. The Charter Arms Lavender Lady. Fantastic gun for the money. Recommended. Let me know and comment if you get one, if you have one, or if you have something like it, a 22 long rifle by Charter Arms revolver variety. I'd be interested to know. This, by the way, is a Spyderco Bow River. 5.6 ounces, 8CR13 MOV, 4.4 inch trailing point blade, $42, dude. more or less. They've come out with some very cool versions at Blade HQ of the Bow River. I'll put links below. Fantastic. Then we have our World War I biplanes here hanging out. MiG-29 over there. This is a Fokker DR1, and this is a Newport 28. Nothing fancy. Thanks so much to the donors keeping the show alive. Pay me to do the show. That's right. I ain't doing it for free. Way too much work. Way too expensive. Gas, fuel, ammo, food. You get it. See you next review.